Yesterday I shared that I got my grocery budget down to $75 a week from $200 a week for my family of 4, and I wanted to share a couple of ways I do that. One way I do that is by cooking from scratch. I make bread, I make buns, I make marinara sauce, I make pizza sauce, I make pizza doughs, those types of things. Another thing is buying things in bulk because it's lower per unit in cost. So I used to cook where I would have, meat, vegetable, starch, something like that. But then that kind of makes the meat the hero of the meal, where if you're doing a casserole or if you're doing a pie, like a chicken pot pie, or if you're doing a rice bowl, then the meat is an addition to everything else. And this is probably the most important thing is I order my groceries. I pick them up, so I don't pay for delivery fees. I just go pick them up, but I order my groceries. I have ADHD. I cannot walk into a grocery store, even with the list, and come out with everything. I also base my grocery shopping around what I already have. If I have pasta, I'm going to make some pasta dishes instead of trying to cook something else. It's saving everything, preserving everything. When you make a meal, you can tell if people are going to want that food the next day. Because if you have to force your kids to eat their dinner, they're probably not going to eat it the next day. So freeze it. I also cook in bulk. So if I make pancakes, I'm making double the amount of pancakes that I would normally make for my family, and I'm putting the rest of them in the freezer. You may have noticed that I didn't mention my garden, and that's because my garden is still really small. I've only lived in my house for a month and a half, and I'm really proud of the amount of produce that I've been able to produce in that amount of time, but it's definitely not enough to offset my grocery bill.